Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today, feeling a little pink. Anyway, today I wanted to address a comment I've been seeing on my channel quite a bit, which is, where are the Bethesda videos at, Matty? On top of that, I've also seen that people are missing the pre-Fallout 4 hype version of Matty, and where is he at too? I wanted to address both those questions today. Let's talk about the Bethesda content, because when I started seeing these comments crop up, I was like, me not talking about Bethesda, really? And I looked at my channel, and outside of Elder Scrolls 6 and its wishlist series and some news here and there, I barely talk about Bethesda. And I kind of surprised myself with that, so I wanted to address that first because I know a lot of you guys subscribe for that content and definitely deserve an answer as to where it's been. I don't want people to think I don't like Bethesda anymore for whatever reason, or I'm not interested in them. Truth be told, the only reason you guys haven't seen much Bethesda content on the channel is as simple as they have not given me a fucking thing to talk about. It's actually hilarious how dry this season is, because I've talked about Bethesda for years and years and years on the channel, and compared to 2014, 15, and 16, this year in particular, outside of Prey, Bethesda is really oddly quiet, and it's almost unsettling at times because I'm like, are they gonna make a move at all? Obviously underneath all that comes a little bit of excitement, which I've expressed in a couple of videos on the channel, but outside of that, there hasn't been much to talk about. Some news here and there from Todd Howard interviews and that recent video I posted about a Bethesda Game Studios multiplayer job listing, but on top of that, there's not much to talk about. Starting off 2017, the mantra for my channel that I established for myself was to talk about what I feel passionate about, because I feel that passion fuels my content, regardless of views and all that stuff. Just be passionate and you will be rewarded. And I've seen that happen quite a bit this year. So that's what I have done, and I appreciate you guys sticking through it with me, because we've seen Mass Effect, some other RPGs. I've done a bunch more reviews this year compared to any other year, and we're doing a lot of Star Wars content now. But the ideal vision for my channel personally is to be a primary Bethesda channel and crop up little games here and there to talk about, to let people know, like, hey, I have other opinions that I like to share too, because that's just how I am. At this point in time, I assume you guys know that if there is Bethesda news of any kind, I'm usually like the first on top of it, because I love this company so much and I like talking about their games because their games excite me, and it's as simple as that. It's just the reason you guys haven't seen much Bethesda content is because there isn't much to talk about, and that kind of upsets me because I miss making Bethesda videos. But that's also a good thing for you guys, because towards the end of Fallout 4, which had a much shorter lifespan than I expected, I was feeling a bit of the Fallout burnout, because I'd been talking about it for about 4 years at that point in time, and I just needed a little bit of a break. And through talking about so many games on the podcast, the channel, reviews, and so on, I feel rejuvenated, where I'm really hoping that Bethesda's gonna reveal something soon, because I'm really excited and I'm just raring to go on their content, and I think it'll benefit you guys, because I've also been able to experiment with lots of different types of videos, skits, long plays, all this different types of stuff, where when Bethesda's next game comes out, I think you guys are gonna see even better content from me, because not only will I be fired up from that, but also I've been trying a lot of new things that I think those who have stuck with me have seen, and those who will return when Bethesda stuff starts cropping up. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Pre-Fallout 4 hype version of Matty, where is he at? I've learned my lesson about hype. I don't really hype that much. I advise cautious optimism, and it's as simple as that. I've stated in multiple videos, I think hype can be a good thing if you control it, but I think it can ultimately become very destructive, because you set these unreal expectations, and some people will justify it by saying that, oh, it's the developer's job to impress me, and I kind of understand that. But for me personally, when I started setting my expectations, not to the point where they were so disgustingly low that I thought every game was gonna suck, and so that every game that was even halfway decent would surpass my expectations and be a good one. I think it's a ridiculous way of thinking, and I think it's just tricking yourself into thinking games are good. For me, it's just, that looks interesting. Okay, you got my attention, let's look into this. And that's all I kind of do nowadays. Now, if there's a Knights of the Old Republic 3 or another Bethesda Game Studios game, my excitement would be considerably higher, but I'm at a point now where I've learned a lot, and I feel I've matured a lot when it comes to game critiquing and bringing you guys the news and all that type of stuff, where sure, it's a different version of me, but I think it's also a much more reliable and informative version of me. But I think you guys also know that child in me who gets really excited about certain games, like when we heard the news about KOTOR HD possibly coming, that all of a sudden that excitement just came in, but I made sure to obviously focus on giving you guys the news, because I've taken a lot of feedback into account. So that's kind of where the pre-Fallout 4 version of Matty's at, and where he is today. But the point of this video was to obviously let you guys know that Bethesda videos on the channel are not done in any way, shape, or form. They're coming eventually whenever Bethesda Game Studios starts to talk a little bit more. I'm thinking they'll start talking in 2017, obviously around E3. We'll have a lot more to talk about. But yeah, I've just been kind of dabbling in other games and stuff, and I thank you guys for giving that content a chance. It's very rare to see a YouTuber change up the content as drastically as I have and still manage to get some type of success out of it. So really guys, thank you so much for sticking by my side. Thank you to those who've been understanding and very passionate about my content. I really do appreciate it, and based off the reception through the like to dislike ratio and the comments in general, I've just been really satisfied with the community that you and I are forming together. It's very different to how my channel was many months ago, and I think that's because we've taken time to reform and grow together again as something different. So thank you guys so much. Love you all, and I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. The links are in the description down below. Do consider supporting our Patreon. It helps fuel all the content we create here. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active, and I love you all. Peace.